woman who forgot her own strength. Once upon a time, in a small village in Africa, there lived a young woman named Nneka. Nneka was known for her beauty, which caught the eyes of many men in the village. She had grown up hearing tales of women who married wealthy men and lived in luxury without ever lifting a finger. Nneka decided that this was the life she wanted. She believed that her beauty alone would bring her everything she desired, so she did nothing to develop any skills or trade. One day, a wealthy man named Chima visited the village. He was captivated by Nneka's beauty and soon asked for her hand in marriage. Nneka was thrilled and eagerly accepted, dreaming of the easy life that awaited her. In the early days of their marriage, Chima showered Nneka with gifts and treasures. She lived in a grand house, wore fine clothes, and had servants to attend to her every need. Nneka felt like a queen and believed that her decision to rely on Chima was the best she had ever made. However, as time passed, Chima's business began to struggle. The once prosperous wealthy man found himself facing mounting debts, and soon the luxury lifestyle Nneka had grown to be used to began to disappear. The servants were dismissed, the fine clothes were sold, and the grand house started to fall into disrepair. Nneka, who had never learned to fend for herself, was helpless. She had always depended on others for everything. Now, when she needed to contribute to the household, she realized she had nothing to offer. Her husband, overwhelmed by the pressure of trying to keep their household afloat, grew distant and resentful. He no longer had the resources to support Nneka in the way he once had, and she felt his love slipping away. Her desperation, Nneka sought help from the village elders. She asked them for advice on how to regain her husband's love and restore their fortune. The elders listened patiently and then said, Nneka, you have spent your life depending on others, but now you must learn to depend on yourself. The strength you seek lies within you, not in the hands of another. The elders encouraged Nneka to learn a trade, to develop skills that would make her self-dependent. Nneka, humbled by her situation, decided to take their advice. She began to learn how to weave baskets, a craft that was in high demand in neighboring villages. At first, her work was clumsy, but with time and effort, Nneka became skilled at her craft. She started selling her baskets at the market, earning enough to support herself and contribute to the household. As Nneka became more independent, her confidence grew. She no longer relied solely on her husband for her needs, and she found a sense of purpose in her work. Chima, seeing the change in the wife, began to admire her newfound strength and resilience. Their relationship slowly mended as they started to work together to rebuild their lives. The moral lesson of this story is a woman's true strength lies not in her beauty or in her dependence on others, but in her ability to stand on her own and contribute to her well-being. Nneka's journey reminds us that self-reliance is a valuable trait for everyone, regardless of gender. Don't forget to comment and subscribe for more interesting stories.